Hello everyone and welcome back to Glam Life Wig and Makeup Reviews. My name is Kristen and today I just thought I would do a little get ready with me type video and just kind of chat about life, some things that have been going on in my life, and see what your thoughts are. So the first product that I'm going to apply today is a sample that I got in a recent Sephora purchase, and it's called Primera Hydrate Plus Glow Alpine Berry Water Cream. And it's a little jar that I got of this. I tend to like water creams, anything that has some moisturization in it. This has a really nice fresh smell to it, so I'm excited to try it out and see what I think about it. I've never heard of this brand, so this is a new one to me, but right now with it still being winter, my skin is very, very dry. So the past couple of weeks have been really troublesome for me. In many ways, I've had a lot of health complications and a lot of health issues. And it started out a couple of weeks ago with symptoms that were like the flu. Wasn't exactly the flu, but it did turn into a sinus infection. Couldn't breathe, lost my voice for a while. And then it went from a sinus infection into an earache, which basically I couldn't hear. I'm still having some tunnel problems when I talk. And then from there, when I went in to have my A1C done this past Friday, my blood sugar was dangerously high. For those of you that have been following me for a while, I have been diagnosed with diabetes, and it's been a real struggle for me. A lot of ups and downs. It's something that my entire family has struggled with. My mother had it, my grandmother had it. It runs in the family, and I know mainly it's from diet. I think a lot of it stems from my childhood because, you know, I had wonderful parents, but didn't eat the healthiest. You know, it was always cakes and cookies and sweets, and I've just always craved sweets my entire life. Carbohydrates, breads, all of those type of things I've always craved and have not had the willpower to get away from them, hence the reason why things are the way they are. But I got a call after the doctor's appointment that my blood sugar was 611, which is dangerously high. A1C is like 12.1, and so I had to take insulin. And then when I checked it the next day, it was still high. When I got up, it was still like 278, and then after lunch it was 498, and then right before I went to bed it was like 277 again. Took some more insulin, and then this morning it's still 276, so I'm having to write all the numbers down so that the doctor can keep track of the numbers and then, you know, figure out what the best regimen is. I am currently taking metformin, Januvia, and then now the insulin before I go to bed, which is something I really struggle with. But it's just really challenging. It makes me feel like my world is turned upside down. I feel like no matter what I eat, I'm doomed. I feel like no matter what I eat, it's going to spike the sugar. And I just feel like, how do you get out of this? You know, how do you balance everything, your life, your work, this constant stress of worrying about what the blood sugar is, this constant stress of just worry. I mean, I have so much anxiety and so much worry with this, and it's just not easy at all. And so, you know, and the worst challenge for me is figuring out what to eat, because I feel like no matter what I eat, it's going to spike the sugar. I feel like no matter what choices I make, it's going to spike the sugar. Unfortunately, I like a lot of, you know, tacos and enchiladas and breads, and of course breads are bad because of the carbohydrates, and it's just really challenging. Excuse me, it's really challenging to figure out what to eat, especially when you're only eating for one. And, you know, I don't really like to cook a whole lot. When I do cook, it doesn't usually turn out very good, doesn't have very good taste, and it's just a real struggle for me to know, you know, what to do. Now, I've talked to, you know, several of you, and you've given me some great choices. One dear friend mentioned tuna salad, and I think that that does really sound good, so that's something I'm going to do. But it has to be things that are easy for me, so I was wondering, you know, what choices do you make? If you can send something in the comments to me, what's something that's easy to make, any recipe ideas that you might have, I would certainly appreciate it. Also, like if you know any good Pinterest recipes or things like that that I can try, that's going to be, you know, carb friendly, diabetes friendly. It's just really difficult to know, because I feel like You know, I don't like checking my blood sugar 4 times a day, which is what you're supposed to do. And it's just so, it feels so dooming when every time you check it, it's high. And then you check it 2 hours later and it's high. And you check, and so you don't feel like you're ever getting anywhere, because it's like, oh my gosh, okay, so can't eat that, can't eat this, can't eat, and you feel like at some point you just feel trapped. Like, what do I eat now? What do I do now? You know, and I just feel like no matter what I do, it's going to be high, and I feel like it's almost taking over my life, which I don't like. You know, it's causing me to worry all the time. Like, oh my God, has it been 2 hours? I got to check it again. Oh, has it been you know, and I feel like I can't even calm down. I can't even rest. I can't, because I have anxiety, and it just makes it so much worse when you're worrying every single second about, what am I going to eat? What am I going to do? And now it's going to spike my blood sugar. And I feel like I'm just clueless. I'm just clueless. And, you know, my mom went through all this, and, you know, I wish she was here to talk to about it, because it's just, there's so much to it, and you just don't know what to do. And you really feel like your life is at a standstill, because you can't just eat whatever you want. I mean, I just want to be able to eat whatever I want and not have to worry. And you can't. And so that is the toughest part for me, you know, and just sitting around stewing about it and thinking about it. And then if you don't check your blood sugar, and then you go to the doctor, they're like, well, what are your numbers? Well, I don't know, because I haven't checked it, you know. Well, why aren't you checking it? You know, and so you feel like you're getting it at all sides. The doctors are you know, I mean, they're even telling me that they don't get paid unless, you know, the A1C is at, I don't know, 7 or less. I think it's 7% or less. You know, so I'm making them look bad. And so, you know, it's just a real struggle. And, you know, especially on the American diet, which is what I grew up on. You know, my mom was old-fashioned, dad was old-fashioned. They ate all of the stuff that nowadays they say it's bad for you. You know, hamburgers are bad for you. Tacos are bad for you. Enchiladas are bad for you. Spaghetti's bad for you. All kinds of pastas are bad for you. All kinds of breads are bad for you. Can't have any sugar. You know, it makes me feel like I can't even celebrate my birthday on the 25th, because if I eat my favorite red cake, it's going to spike my blood sugar. So I'm really struggling with it. I've been crying a lot. I'm upset. I'm in denial that I have it, you know, and I just feel like I can't even live my life. I can't even enjoy my life. That's the saddest part about all this, is that I just feel like I can't enjoy my life because I have to worry about everything, every little thing I do. And it's so upsetting to me. It's like, why? Why does life have to be like this? Why does life have to be so complicated all the time? All the time. And so I just feel really sad. So I'm just mainly letting you know that that's what's been going on in my life. You know, it's scary when you get a call from the doctor at 10:30 at night saying that your blood sugar is dangerously high. It's about to go into ketoacidosis, you know, all kinds of things. And it's just, you know, and I know it's gotten worse since my husband and my mother died, because you reach for sweets, you reach for whatever you can to feel good in the moment. You just do. You want to feel good. You want to feel better. You miss them so much. You're trying to live life now on your own without, you know, anybody that you truly trust in your life. And it's hard when it's just, you know, me, myself, and I. And I'm trying to be optimistic about this. I'm trying to think that it's not the end of the world, that things will get better, that somehow all of this is going to regulate. But I know that if I don't make some serious changes in my diet, that things are going to continue the same. And so I don't know where to start. I don't know what to eat. You know, salads every day does not sound good to me. You know, I like the occasional salad, but I don't like to eat it 4 times a day. And, you know, most of the stuff that everybody says is healthy, to me, it doesn't taste good. I taste it and I'm like, bleh. You know, so I'm sure it's all psychological. I'm sure it's all a mind thing. But it's very hard when your body craves sweets and you can't have them. You know, it's just, you almost go into a, you know, like a jittery mode because you haven't had it for so many days. And it's really, really tough. And like I said, I think it's even tougher when, you know, for me personally, it's just easier for me to go down the street and pick something up at the fast food rather than make something and throw half of it away because I either didn't create it properly or it didn't taste right or I just can't eat it all. because I'm the kind of person that likes variety. I don't really like eating, you know, like some people can eat leftovers for the whole week. I don't like eating the same thing, I mean, unless it's super, super good. And unfortunately, I don't know how to make things that are seasoned perfectly, so it's a struggle. But anyway, those are my thoughts, and I just wanted to see if there was any recipe ideas you might have, because anything would help, especially anything simple that I could just, you know, pick up and maybe eat with crackers or something. I'm just trying to see what ideas somebody might have. So I know many of you also have been through diabetes and are struggling with it, or have family members that have it, and it's tough. It's just really, really tough. So the next product I wanted to talk about was this Garnier Skin. It's called Clearly Brighter Anti-Puff Eye Roller. And I love Garnier products. I've used many of them in the past. And I saw Taz mention this in her favorite products list on Amazon. This is Taz's Wig Closet. Love watching her show. And I decided to pick this up because, you know, I love the cooling feeling, and this is supposed to be very cooling, and it's got one of those roller balls on it, so you just roll that right underneath the eye, and I think this feels amazing. It does really feel cooling, and it does really pack some moisture underneath the eye, which is nice. So I picked this up off of Amazon and had it shipped to me, but you can also get these in the drugstore, but I love that, and I think this would probably feel really good in the refrigerator, but I don't think I'd want to put this product in the refrigerator because it might actually jam up the roller ball. But this is really awesome. And then those cooling highlighter sticks that CoverGirl has recently came out with are amazing too, and they would feel really good in the fridge. And honestly, I think any eye serum that you have, I like to take any eye serum and put it in the fridge just for a little bit, and it gets it cold, and then it feels really cooling whether you put it on with just your fingertips or the new tool that I have from It Cosmetics. It's one of those little massage, like a jasper stone, and it really works well to cool the under eye area. So next I'm going to put on a primer, and I'm going to use my Milk Makeup Hydro Grip Primer. This is a small little bottle that I have of it. It's just like a travel size. And I'm going to apply a new foundation today. I haven't been wearing any makeup for a while because, like I said, I've been sick for the past couple of weeks. And man, that sinus infection was just terrible. I mean, it went clear, it went into my nose. I could not breathe at all. It went into my throat. I was coughing. I almost thought I was going to get pneumonia. Thankfully, I didn't, but I thought, because the coughing wouldn't stop. And like I said, I feel better, but my ears, like especially this ear, kind of still feels like I'm talking through a tunnel. So it's just so frustrating. You know, you do so well, and then all of a sudden it's like that. And then to go in and find out that my sugars were high. And I was also taking prednisone, which is a steroid for the sinus infection, and that also spikes the blood sugar. So that also could have had something to do with it. Now this is a new foundation. It's Found's foundation. It's called the Nourishing Liquid Foundation made with raspberry oil, and I have the shade 120 Fair. I wanted to check this out. I should have used this primer. I forgot that I have the Found Smoothing Face Primer. This brand can be found at Walmart. Now I've only seen it at one of my Walmarts, so it's not at every location, but they have some really good products. They have some really nice highlighting products, blushes, but I've never tried the foundation, so I was a little curious about it, and I thought I would try that out. So let's see what we can have here. Got to twist the cap to open it, and I'm going to go ahead and put some on my fingers. I think this is a little bit darker than my skin tone, but I'm okay with that because it'll blend in just fine once I get everything all blended out. Hope everybody's having a good day. It's just been, like I said, it's been a rough 2 weeks for me, and it's kind of been, I've been just up and down and just not feeling too good, which creates a lot of issues. Okay, I'm going to use my Belle Beauty by Kim Gravel makeup brush to blend this in. This has very dense fibers, so I feel like you get quite a bit of nice coverage with this. And I've also got a new blush by Pacifica that I want to try out. Since I'm so fair, I try to take the foundation down. Take it down my chin so that it blends in. I actually don't mind a foundation that's a little darker than my skin tone because I like to have that kind of a little bit of a tanned effect. I also got this free trial size in one of my packages. It's called Natural Glowing Skin St. Tropez Self Tan Purity Bronzing Water Face Mist. And you're supposed to spray it on and it's like a tanning water for your face. That really smells good too. Wow, that smells like a tropical fruity beach. That smells really, really good. So I'm trying to get a little bit darker skin going on here. I'm also going to use my IT Cosmetics Brow Powerful Brow Pencil. This is in Universal Taupe. And it's just a slanted eyebrow pencil that I use to fill in my brows. It works really well. The pencil in the brow. Absolutely love it. And then, let's see here. I'm going to set it with some of my Maybelline Fit Me Loose Finishing Powder in 05 Fair. Using my Real Techniques powder brush. This stuff is a really great powder. I think it sets everything really nicely. Kind of keeps the shine away. So really finely milled powder. So that's nice. Love that. And then I also need to do some under eye concealer. Let me see here what I've got. I have some new ones lately that I've been wanting to try, and I think I'm going to try this one. So there's a new Tarte Shape Tape out, and this one's called Glow Wand. So this is what the packaging looks like, and I'm really curious about this. So it says to brighten under eyes, dot over concealer and blend with sponge. For an all-over glow, apply anywhere you normally highlight, center of forehead, above cheekbones, cupid's bow, or down center of nose. For a subtle glow, apply underneath your foundation. So it looks like it's a multiple type product, which is really interesting because you can apply it everywhere. And I'm in the shade Alight. But I'm really interested in this to see because I'm curious to see if it's as good as the original Shape Tape. It's a really cool packaging. It's got a little sponge at the end there and then a really pretty top. So I'm really just kind of curious to see. Okay, so you untwist it at the top and it does have a wand. That's cool. It's got a doe foot applicator. So I'm going to dot this underneath my eyes just like this. And then I'm going to go down my nose a little bit under my cupid's bow because I do like to highlight that, and then around my nose. And I'm really curious to see if this is as good as, because the first Shape Tape was just absolutely amazing. And then it says you're supposed to use this little sponge to blend it in, so I'm going to try that just to see. The sponge actually feels pretty soft. I usually don't like the sponges that come with some of these products because I feel like they're not very soft. This actually feels not too bad. But I feel like it's kind of taken away some of the coverage. So I'm going to actually use just a regular brush on that because I don't like any coverage being taken away. I'm going to use my IT Cosmetics mini airbrush blurring foundation brush to blend this in because I feel like a brush kind of gives it a diffused look, but it also keeps the, product where you place it and it doesn't completely blend it away. Sponges are more for like if you want a sheer application. I definitely can see a glow effect to this concealer, and I really like that. It's definitely got a glow effect going on. And that really makes it look beautiful. I'll have to see how it wears throughout the day, if it actually keeps me looking concealed under my eyes. I've been impressed with Tarte Shape Tape in the past, so I have high hopes for it. And then I'm going to use this Pacifica Cheeky Cherry Cheek Stain. And it's 100% vegan, cruelty-free. And it comes in this little tube. It's a real pretty color. And this is called, I don't know if it has a shade name. This one's called, oh yeah, Sweet Cherry. Sweet Cherry. And this looks like it has a little bit of a glow. It's one of those squeezy tubes, and so I like to just get some on my finger and then dab it on. I like to dab. And then I think I'll just go ahead and blend it. Still coughing. I just can't get over this stuff. It's horrible. I like to blend it in with my fingertips. So frustrating. Why can't life just be perfect? But yeah, I really like this kind of color. Sorry guys. It's just the way it is. I can't kick this stuff. Keeps tickling my throat. I've already been on a round of steroids and antibiotics. So it can only go up from here. Alright. But this is a really beautiful color. It's very natural, and I love products like this that are creamy. A cream blush, because I think they're just beautiful on the cheeks. I think they're just beautiful on the cheeks, the way that they look. You can see that there's a really healthy glow. And I just love that. Just a subtle but healthy glow. And then I've got one more product I want to try, which is a new lipstick. If I can stop coughing. I'm so sorry, guys. I wanted to film this because I just wanted to talk and share my thoughts with you guys. So I appreciate you listening. And, oh yeah, there was one other product I wanted to try too. So there's this new product out by NYX, and it's called a High Glass Finishing Powder, and I have the shade Light. And it's supposed to look good if you just do like a sheer dusting all over the face. So I'm going to dip my brush into it and then just kind of tap it all over. Just like this. It's just supposed to give you kind of a luminous effect all over the skin, which I always think is nice because that really gives a nice, healthy glow. And then I want to try this line of new lipsticks. This one's the... Oh my goodness. So this one's by Bare Minerals. They have a new line out. Some of you have probably heard of it. Beautiful gold packaging, and it's called Bare Minerals Mineralist Hydra Smoothing Lipstick. And I've got the shade Optimism today because I'm trying to stay optimistic, even though I've been dealing with so much lately. And this is what the packaging looks like, and it's a beautiful, kind of like a burgundy berry color, deep berry color, and I thought it would look really pretty. So I am gonna pop this on. I love Bare Minerals lipsticks. They have a lot of good for you ingredients in their lipsticks, and they feel really moisturizing. And this does feel really creamy and smooth going on. It has a very nice creamy effect to it. I really like the way that looks. That is beautiful. Wow. And there's no, it doesn't feel dry. It feels completely, it has like the perfect amount of tackiness. Just a slight amount of tackiness. mixed with a lot of comforting moisture, and I love that. Not too tacky, but it doesn't feel like it's gonna, it doesn't feel greasy at all, and it doesn't feel like it's gonna slip off my lips. So lots of neat ones. Actually picked up several colors. I got the one called Wisdom, which is like a really pretty, kind of like a dark pink. So I know I've loved Bare Minerals in the past, so I thought I'd try a lot of these. I got the one called Honesty, which is kind of a neutral pink. And I love the names to these as well. They all have really uplifting names. This one's Confidence, kind of a rose, more of a rose pink. And I've tried Bare Minerals lipsticks in the past and loved them. This is called Perception, and it's a real deep dark red, like a deep brick red. And then I've also got the one called Inspiration, and it's a beautiful red, like a real rich red. So I thought these would be fun to try. Like I said, I've had Bare Minerals lipsticks in the past, and I love the way they feel on the lips and how moisturizing they are. So I thought it'd be really fun to try out this line. And I love that everything that they have is, you know, got something that's good for your skin. It's got a lot of minerals in it. It's just really a nice combination. So I hope you enjoyed this video, my friends. Thank you so much for listening and for watching today. It just helps to get on here and talk to my wonderful family of wig sisters and friends, and I appreciate each and every one of you so much. Sorry for all this coughing. I'd been doing well. Hadn't really been coughing, and then all of a sudden I get in front of the camera and I start coughing. So all of my videos are just raw, unedited. I just shoot them and upload it. What you see is what you get. But I do enjoy doing these videos. I enjoy sharing my thoughts and the makeup application with you all, and I hope that everybody has a wonderful day. If you like this video, don't forget to give me a thumbs up. Also, don't forget to click the red subscribe button down below if you're not already subscribed to my channel. I do post both wig reviews and makeup reviews combined, so you'll see a little bit of everything on my channel. Also in the description box, I do want to mention there are several links. There's a link to my eBay store, where you can find wigs that I'm decluttering as well as other items. There's also a link to my Facebook page and my Instagram page if you'd like to follow me for periodic updates. Love to have you guys on there. And then there's also my email address if you'd like to send me a comment, suggestion. I'd love to hear from you guys. And you'll also find a link to my sister's channel, which is called Daily Dazzle and Dawn, and she has some incredible alternative hair reviews on there as well. So I hope that everybody is having an amazing day, and I will see you very soon in my next video. Bye.